Welcome, fellow spice enthusiasts. Have you ever dreamed of transforming your dishes with fresh aromatic herbs and spices straight from your own garden? Picture this. You're preparing a meal, and instead of reaching for a store-bought jar of dried herbs, you step outside and clip a few sprigs of rosemary, basil, or thyme right from your own backyard. That's the magic of having your own herb garden. But what are the benefits of cultivating such a garden? Well, let's dive right into it. First and foremost, freshness. There's nothing quite like the taste and aroma of fresh herbs. They can transform a dish from ordinary to extraordinary, adding a depth of flavor that dried herbs simply can't match. By growing your own herbs, you'll always have a supply of these flavor powerhouses right at your fingertips. Next up, cost effectiveness. Have you ever noticed how much a small packet of fresh herbs can cost at the grocery store? It can add up quickly, especially if you enjoy cooking with a variety of herbs. With your own herb garden, you're essentially growing your own savings. You invest a little in the beginning for seeds or plants, and in return, you get a continuous supply of fresh herbs. Now let's talk about the joy of sustainable living. Growing your own herbs is a small but significant step towards a more sustainable lifestyle. It reduces the need for store-bought herbs, which often come in non-recyclable packaging. Plus, gardening is a great way to connect with nature and reduce stress. It's a win-win situation. By cultivating your own herbs, you'll enjoy unparalleled freshness, save money, and reduce your environmental footprint. Now, isn't that a tasty proposition? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the world of herb gardening, exploring everything from choosing the right herbs for your garden to harvesting and using them in your culinary creations. So, get your gardening gloves ready because we're just getting started. From basil to thyme, mint to rosemary, the possibilities are endless when it comes to herb gardening. But how do you choose the right herbs for your garden? Well, it's all about considering your climate, available space, and culinary preferences. Let's start with climate. Some herbs, like basil and dill, thrive in warmer climates, while others, such as parsley and chives, prefer cooler conditions. So it's essential to select herbs that are well suited to your local weather patterns. If you're unsure, a quick online search or a chat with your local garden center can provide valuable insights. Next, consider your space. If you have a spacious backyard, you might opt for larger, bushier herbs like rosemary or sage. But don't worry if you're short on space. Many herbs, including thyme and oregano, grow wonderfully in pots and can make a charming addition to a sunny windowsill or balcony. Now let's talk about flavor. This is where your culinary preferences come into play. Love Italian cuisine? Basil, oregano, and rosemary should be at the top of your list. Can't get enough of Asian dishes? Consider lemongrass, Thai basil, and coriander. And let's not forget about the versatile mint, perfect for everything from mojitos to mint jelly. But remember, there's no need to limit yourself to just the classics. Why not explore less common herbs like lovage, anise hyssop, or lemon verbena? These can add an unexpected twist to your dishes and make your herb garden truly unique. Finally, while choosing your herbs, consider their growth habits. Some herbs, like mint, can be quite invasive and may take over your garden if not carefully contained. Others, like chives and parsley, are more well-behaved and can happily coexist with your other plants. Choosing the right herbs is the first step towards a garden that's bursting with flavor and variety. So get creative, have fun, and most importantly, choose herbs that you love. After all, your herb garden should be a reflection of your taste and passion for flavor. Happy gardening! Now that you've chosen your herbs, it's time to get your hands dirty. Planting and nurturing herbs is a rewarding process, and with a few simple tips, you'll be well on your way to a flourishing herb garden. First off, it's important to understand that each herb has its own unique set of needs when it comes to planting. Some herbs prefer to start life as a seed, while others do better when you plant a small cutting or a young plant. Research your chosen herbs to understand their specific requirements. When it comes to planting, the key is to ensure your herbs have plenty of room to grow. A well-drained soil is paramount. This way, you avoid waterlogged roots, which can lead to a host of problems. Next, let's talk about sunlight. Most herbs love the sun and need around 6 to 8 hours of it each day. A sunny windowsill or a bright spot in your garden would be perfect. However, some herbs, like parsley and mint, can handle a bit of shade. So it's all about finding the right spot for each of your herbs. Watering is another crucial aspect of herb care. While it's important to keep the soil moist, overwatering can be detrimental. A good rule of thumb is to water when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch, and let's not forget about pests. Aphids, spider mites, and caterpillars may find your herbs just as attractive as you do. Keep an eye out for these unwelcome guests and use organic pest control methods to keep them at bay. Remember, patience is key when it comes to gardening. It may take a few weeks before you start to see progress, but trust me, it's worth the wait. With the right care, your herbs will thrive and reward you with an abundance of fresh flavor. So roll up your sleeves, get your hands in the soil, and let's grow something delicious together. The moment of truth has arrived. It's time to harvest your herbs and let them shine in your dishes. Harvesting your herbs is much more than a simple snip here and there. It's about understanding the right time, the correct method, and the best way to store them for maximum flavor. Let's start with the timing. Ideally, you should harvest your herbs early in the morning, right after the dew has evaporated. This is when the oils, which give herbs their unique aromas and flavors, are most concentrated. Next, we move on to the method. Always use a sharp pair of scissors or pruners to make clean cuts. For leafy herbs like basil and mint, cut the stems just above a pair of leaves. This encourages bushier growth, giving you more herbs to harvest throughout the season. Now, what about those woody herbs such as rosemary and thyme? Well, you'll want to cut a few inches of the new growth at the top. Avoid cutting into the woody part of the stem, as it may not regrow. Now, once you've harvested your herbs, the fun part begins. Using them in your cooking. Fresh herbs can transform even the simplest dish into a gourmet masterpiece. Imagine a sprinkle of fresh basil on your homemade pizza, or a sprig of rosemary enhancing your Sunday roast. And let's not forget about making your own herb-infused oils and vinegars. These are simple to make and can add a gourmet touch to your salads and marinades. Just remember, the fresher the herbs, the better the flavor. With these tips, you'll be able to harvest your herbs at the perfect time and use them to elevate your culinary creations. So get those scissors ready and let's dive into the world of fresh homegrown flavors. So, are you ready to embark on your herb growing journey? Over the past 8 minutes, we've explored the magical world of herb gardening, from the seed's first touch with the soil to the moment you sprinkle your freshly harvested spices onto your favorite dishes. We've discovered the many benefits of growing your own herbs, the unmatched freshness, the cost-effectiveness, and the joy of sustainable living. We've learned how to choose the right herbs for our gardens, be it the aromatic basil, the versatile thyme, the refreshing mint, or the robust rosemary. We've delved into the secrets of planting and nurturing these herbs, ensuring they thrive in our gardens, ready to elevate our culinary creations. Then, we've discussed the art of harvesting, the moment when weeks of anticipation bear fruit, or should we say, herbs. We've learned how and when to pluck these little flavor powerhouses from their stems, ensuring they retain their aroma and taste. And finally, we've explored the myriad ways to use these herbs, from garnishing our dishes to infusing our meals with layers of homegrown flavor. The beauty of herb gardening lies not just in the end product, but also in the journey. The process of planting, nurturing, and harvesting your herbs is a rewarding experience that connects you with nature and enhances your culinary prowess. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the fear of the unknown hold you back. Remember, every seasoned gardener was once a beginner, and the best way to learn is to get your hands dirty, quite literally in this case. Start your own herb garden today and unlock a world of flavor. The possibilities are endless and the results are deliciously rewarding. And don't worry, we're with you every step of the way. Don't forget to subscribe for more gardening tips and culinary inspiration. Your support helps us create more content for you. So, here's to your herb growing adventure. Happy gardening, and may your dishes always be seasoned to perfection.